Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I want to start this story time, but I want to start this story time with a quote from Warren Buffett. You cannot do good business with bad people. And this is how I start to tell you of my experience I had with an attorney that was recommended to me by someone that I considered a friend. I guess there's a little question mark by that now when I tell you this story. So I contacted as you know, I does a lot of business in Baltimore City, so I have a couple rental properties in the city. And as time go on, you want to put your houses into LLCs. You want to protect your stuff for, as later on in life, you may want to leave something to your children and so forth. So I was looking for an attorney. I said I went to courses and I bought a course from a gentleman. Don't remember his name right now. I was paid $1,000 for it. Try to educate myself into trust and how trust system work. But then afterwards, when I started going deeper and deeper into it, I realized, you know what? This is something that I will have to pay an attorney for. So I got a recommendation by an attorney from someone I trusted. The attorney name was Mr. Brian Gormley. And that's where the nightmare started. It says, if something sounds too good to be true, normally it is. So I will tell you the story about how he fleeced me $3,500. So the first thing, he wanted his payment in full. So we do that. I said, you know what? He comes highly recommended. I'm gonna give him the money, the $3,500. So then after we give him the $3,500, we give him all the LLC information. So we had our own LLC already. So he had to document the trust document, and then he had to put the houses in LLCs and then do the trust, the land trust. The first draft that came back, oh my God, the numbers was bad. I mean, misspelling. You don't think that's the kind of thing you will get from an attorney. So after that happened, I contacted his office and there was multiple errors in his document. So went back again and talked to them and tried to get an appointment with him, which was pretty difficult. I don't know who he has working in his office, but sent back the document again. The houses was wrong. So they had the houses address and everything was kind of mixed up again. Again, a lot of errors. Second time, a lot of errors in there. After talking to them again, different emails back and forth, multiple emails. And I save all those emails because, I mean, the mistake was terrible. But again, I still, he was highly recommended. So I still try to work with it and say, you know what, I am already in the hole for $3,500 anyway. So he had to do like 4 different properties. After that, we got some of the paper rectified. After going back and forth with them for a couple of weeks, that took weeks, maybe close to a month, so forth. And we got the papers, and it was good to satisfactory. So we look at it, and me and the wife go over it and say, okay, we could work with that. So we went down to his office to sign the document. Mind you, when you're doing a trust, you have to have a trustee, and that document has to go to the trustee. No, I did not see the document that he do to the trustee. Once I give him the information, they would forward a set of document to my trustee, and my trustee in then will go to a lawyer to sign off, get it notarized, and send that document back to Mr. Gormley. Well, when my trustee called me about that, his name was misspelled. Most of his document was wrong. In that document, my name was Eric, not Ernie, and even my trustee name was misspelled after we gave him that information again to let him know exactly what was going on. And Mr. Gormley response was just scratch it off and you could sign it. Well, an attorney, a reputable attorney, a good attorney is not going to do that. So we reach out back to him and then tell him that we need that document corrected. He refused to correct it. He cut all communication with us and he never completed the job. We actually had to go to court, which is another story with the time, and I didn't feel it was right to hire a lawyer when we had a $3,500. I mean, I thought that any lawyer I hire to fight a $3,500 case it wasn't going to be worth it. at the end of the day. But so I want to tell you this, that when you're choosing people, be careful with the people you do business with. I took a chance based on the recommendation given by somebody. So sometimes not because you may have trust in somebody or you think somebody is a good person. Don't just go by that recommendation. Do your homework, especially when you're doing people in the real estate business, people that cannot be trusted. Also, when I did refer back to the person that I told them exactly what happened with that attorney that says there is two sides to every story. But no, I think there is one side to every story. Your guy deliberately robbed me of $3,500. I hope he may do it again. And that is why if you're in the Baltimore City, you're in Maryland, I'm encouraging you to not do business with Mr. Gormley. Be very, very careful, because you may just end up like me and lost $3,500. I took a while to make this video because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. But I think the truth must come out at a certain time. I don't want to see anybody else get, fleeced like I did based on somebody I trust give me a recommendation, and even that person did not reach out to him or did not do anything to try to fix the issue. I guess it's their friend, so hey, they just caught me $3,500. Anyway, I want to do this video, man, and I want to start putting out stuff and show you guys exactly what happens. Sometimes we see us online and we're doing business, and I think everything is good with us, but most of the time everything is not. And we take a lot of losses, and that was one of my biggest losses I took last year when Mr. Gormley deliberately robbed me $3,500. So just be careful who you do business with. You may want to check the facts first and not just go by recommendation, and don't pay people all the money one time. You may just end up like me, man. And this guy was definitely a sleazeball. So I would stay away from him. And I ask you to do the same. If you ever come in contact with him, be on the lookout. This guy will definitely rob you your money. Anyway, guys, thank you. I'm out.